talking about the 4-year-olds and up. Now, you guys know how we've done this in the last couple of weeks, so I'm just looking at the iPad here. So I'll start with the 4-year-olds in alphabetical order, then it'll go 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, you know the drill. 10-year-old Sintra is the last one. So first up is Atlas Hanover. Pretty hard not to be happy with Atlas the other day. Just jogged in the mud, 53, and it was disgusting, the mud. Looked very, very good doing it. I haven't talked to Jimmy much about him, about his future, his trajectory, what he wants to do with him. As a trainer, Jimmy's job is to max out what he's going to be able to do and keep him comfortable and confident in Delaware. He looks good right now, so we'll continue to watch him closely as we go along. Blue Tesla, I know a disappointing qualifier the other day, but that filly trained down good, did take a mark of 56 for us, and is freshened up, so there's no real reason why she can't come forward. We'll get her blood back, look at her blood, and get a real good look at what went on with Blue Tesla on Friday. Start working her a little bit harder this week, and if her blood comes back good, school her. School her again on Friday. She will go until she does it well and does it right. And if that means we put the hobbles back on her, fine, but I don't think that's the case. She looked good to me trotting. The first day looks like she just ran out of steam, and that was only verified by the fact that her airway was inflamed and red. Her bifurcation had some swelling in it. What I saw on the track was only verified by the scope, so I'm not too concerned about that just yet. Bravura is in the sale. She's going to have a couple of weeks of racing somewhere. Just want to find a spot for her to race. Once we do that, her next step will be going to the Ohio sale. Dustin Hanover looks great. Looked great his last start. Glad that we gave him a week off after. Really want to manage this guy in a way where we keep him fresh, keep him comfortable, and then at some point he'll come to Ontario, and I think he'll do very good over here. This is a tailor-made horse for James. Now, my only concern with Dustin is he trots the turns great, a little bumpy, a little skippy in the straightaways, till he gets a lot more muscle on and his stifles start to cool down and fill out. He is still just a young horse. He's only 4. I know everybody's like, wow, that's more than enough time. It's not even close to enough time. Not for a horse his size. So we're just going to have to keep him under wraps and under control until it's time to drop the hammer on him. It's not even close to that yet. HL Baloo, many of you saw, that was our purchase. That horse is, a lot of people saying, how's he going? I don't know. My brother Mark has him. We left him in New York State with Mark McDonald. He has a filly he bought, and he has HL Baloo. He's going to continue to jog and train this guy down. He's probably still probably 2 months or close to it away. How the hell? Pool, I believe, next week. He starts in the pool. He was walking on the walker for a month. He looks sound. And he always looked uncomfortable even walking and going around. He looks comfortable now. So swim him for about 2 weeks, re-x-ray, and then we'll reassess and decide where we're going from there. But he's had the stall rest, the operation, the stall rest, the walking. Now we're going to go to swimming and walking, maybe with a light jog, and take a look at how his x-rays look in about 3 weeks. I think 3 weeks. HP Maestro will race this week. Now, coming off the virus, I'd like to actually be there because I don't want him rolled down the road. I think he needs to be covered up this week. He was sick, had a little bit of a temperature for 2 days, had penicillin, so he's had a barrage of antibiotics through him. That means probably light training off 2 weeks. Probably just want to go easy with this guy. It doesn't mean he can't win, but I'd rather not see him on the front end this week. How's that? J.K. Mickey Mantle, you could tell last night I was leaving with him and then called an audible right at the line of scrimmage, so to speak. When I looked left, there was an awful lot of noses on the gate, and I knew there was going to be quite a tussle getting to the quarter, so I opted for the other end of the field. And he raced well, 26-4 in the end of it, a mile and 52, but just too much in the middle. A bad flow. You know, Louis' horse only get up for, what, 3rd or 4th, and he can really pace. There's Emmett's Buddy, one of the favorites, and we were not too far behind him, but a good mile from J.K. Mickey Mantle, but just circumstances. Kind of Classy is headed over to Ohio now. I want to ask Jason how she trained on Saturday. We'll see. I don't know, to be honest. My apologies, Jacob. I did not get an answer from Jason, but she'll train on Wednesday or Thursday also. Looks like money in Monday. 4 wins and a second, and he has looked incredible. I think it's fair to say one of the sharpest looking trotters on the meet right now on the track is Looks Like Money. He looks very, very good. Matt's MVP is in the sale tomorrow. I expect he'll bring 21, 22,000. I told everybody that. I think that's probably what he's worth. Just running out of classes here at Mohawk. Can't do in the numbers of 4. You just can't. And I don't want to send him back to Northfield. The Meadows doesn't fill every week. The class he'd need to be in. Southern Ohio canceled today because of a little rain, I think. Canceled today. But again, they put restrictions on who can enter down there. I think we sent the horse to Stacy. He could, but plus he's an Ohio bred, so he could get in for sure. But again, no cakewalks down there. I don't know the proper place for him right now, and somebody else may have the right spot for him, and that somebody will likely buy him tomorrow. Procrastinator, I told everybody this guy, I think this is going to be a great, great fit for Harry Polton and James. You know, not super successful at 2 and 3 at all, but showed and exhibited talent, filled out, gave him the proper time, brought him back. I believe that Procrastinator is going to have a very good 4-year-old year for Harry, and hopefully James sticks with him, because last night, that's what he was ready to do. When we get him in even better, sharper, stronger condition, I think this could be a scary, scary fast horse. Red Overbox back now, jogging. We'll have him ready to go probably in 3-4 weeks. Find a spot for him and race him. He just needed a rest, this guy. Renegade Gypsy will be back a week from Monday. I think we're going to bring him back in, get him ready for that stake race in April. Gave him the whole month off. He should be fine now. Resolute Bay, another 3.5 weeks off for him, and then he'll be back also. State Park. We're going to talk about broodmares, are we? Don't need to do that. She's going to foal out to Volstead and be bred to Kings County, I believe. Stonebridge Hecate, another horse on the move right now and looks very, very good. Second in 57 on an off track the other day. Looked great. 3-point blue chip. Still in that holding pattern. I'll let you guys know if that changes for now. Unbeatable Kemp is swimming. He'll be swimming for another week and a half or so, and then we'll re-x-ray, probably inject that knee and start back with him. You'll see him probably race February 20th, somewhere around there. I think he'll be in to go if I was to guess. World for Two is getting closer to. Somebody said, well, why isn't he ready? Well, we gave him a lot of time off. The more time you give off, the more time it takes to get a horse ready. And quite frankly, he'll be ready when he tells us he's ready. There's no, well, we gave him a month off, so he needs to be ready in a month. It doesn't work that way. He'll be ready when he's ready. And I suspect that will be soon, but I don't know just yet. 5-year-olds, good as him. He's injured. He's going to be off for the majority of 2023. He had a line in his foot. We'll start back with him when the vet says he can. I suspect at the 3-month mark he can win the pool. We can start working on him in that regard. We'll see. We'll see what happens. The good news is Stacy said he's very easy on himself. Lays down a lot, takes a lot of the weight off it. Nothing worse than a horse with an injury that's bouncing around the stall, which just ends up exasperating that injury or injuring somewhere else. So I'm very happy that he's easy on himself. I think that'll go a long way for the healing of this line. Iglair AM. Why am I talking about the broodmares? She's going to be bred to international money, by the way. LD's Patrick, I talked extensively about him. I know I beat this drum a lot because I have a lot of respect for this horse, and I know I said he'd be good the other day, and then again called an audible in a video right before the races saying that he had ulcers that were bothering him this week, and I didn't think he'd be as effective. Factor that was a slow half, a quicker last half on a deeper track, and he just wasn't effective. I think you're going to see a much different situation this week coming, and a much different LD's Patrick. What I can attest to, mechanically, I think he is as good or better than he's ever been trotting-wise. The muscle should be there. The speed is most definitely there. I know what I schooled him in last week, 6 days before his last race. So I think put all that together, and he should be knocking on the door of the winner's circle any day now. Locatelli, I saw him on the track. We didn't get him out to the field yet. He had a little sand crack, a little quarter crack on the bottom of his foot that Nelly and Harry were working on. No, they jogged him Saturday. He looked sharp as a tack, but I think he is going to go to the field on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Macho Martini is back in Pennsylvania. He'll race this week. Tim knows the horse. He gets along rather well with him. A little disappointed in what took place at Northfield in his last start, but we did do some vet work on him, and he'll be back in to go this week at the Meadows. No free lunch. He'll be swimming for a little bit. We got to work on what was found was there was a little bruise in his left front leg that could end up being a little bit more. There was a spot there. And when he's as fast as him, there's nothing you can do. So upon a full x-ray, we found some other little issues that were bothering him. All, I would say, attributed to the track conditions. And again, I'm not making fun of Mohawk. This is just somebody sent me a message. It was funny. Just the way the conditions of the track were in winter racing. I think coupled with that, he's so blinding fast speed. Like, he's got that 25. Not many horses possess that 25-second last quarter or first quarter, any of that. And we all know that he's got that quick turn of foot. So you couple that with a hard track and then a soft track and a winter corks on. Yeah, you got to be careful. And I'm so happy that the vet and Harry and Nelly and everybody, both vets, caught all the little issues, and they'll all be cleaned up. He'll make a full recovery from all of it. But again, got to do what's right for lunch for sure. She's a Sassy Beach. The plan was to race her in the Meadowlands Friday. She might have tied up a little bit upon jogging on Saturday morning, I believe Megan told me. She said she wasn't certain. She would take a look at the blood work on Monday and get back to me. So she may not be in this Friday. It might be next Friday. That's fine. Just get her in to go. Walk on the Moon. I'm not gonna tear him apart this week. First over is not his forte. I thought the horse raced as good as he could first over, and even better knowing the horse as well as I know him. So no, even though he was fifth, he raced pretty good the other day. I was happy with him. Down. Hole in the Tone is in the sale. I went over this in a video the other day. I just think, I hope an old crafty horseman gets this horse and gives him a lot of time, because I think this could be, I don't care what we get for him. I want him to go to a good home, and I'd like to have an update on him too, because I want to watch him race. I like this horse a lot. I really like him. But just given what we have in him and how long it's going to be before maybe he'll be back, will he come back to 100% with the re-injury rates of suspensories, knowing what they are, especially in our barn, and looking at other horses I know of, I just think maybe it may be cutting our losses, which is frustrating, and it's a lot of money burned. But you know, I guess the easiest way to put it is that's racing. You guys know how much I hate that saying. So Hole in the Tone is in the sale. Where was I? He's in the sale on the 15th. We were way down here at 6-year-olds, I believe. Yep, here we are. Okay, Stay Close. Update from him. A little scratch in his eye. He may not be able to race tomorrow. You can't fool around with eyes. I couldn't remember who it was. It was Walk on the Moon when he was 3. Had that nasty scratch in his eye, and it took a long time to get that fixed up and fixed around. Not the same situation here. But you can't fool around with eyes, right? And I know this. I had a scratch on my lens of my eye, and it's really annoying. And it never did heal perfectly. There's always a little more of a blur on the right eye than there is the left eye. Is that right? Yeah, a little more of a blur on the right than the left. But with horses, again, you're racing in the dust and the dirt. You're in a stall. You have to be very careful. And Dominic and the vet are treating him. I don't know if he can race tomorrow or not, but he'll be back very, very soon. I jumped over Sailor. They just told me the races are canceled. Just one thing after another right now, isn't it? Just very frustrating. So Sailor is going to be heading into the sale tomorrow without racing on Sunday evening. So I don't know what's going to take place. Like I said to somebody, he's going to bring 18 to 20,000. He was in a 20 claimer today. A decent horse. I'm just looking for something a little more consistent. So we're going to move Sailor around. Kings County, a very rare flat mile from him the other day, but Stacy says he's fine. I don't know what the plan is for him this week. I know that soon, I told him by March 1st, I want to start having, if his semen is good, you know, if he has a high C, whatever the hell it is, he's going to be breeding our 6 mares for sure. So they have to collect the semen and then inseminate the mares. And then Haley wanted to breed one of her mares also. So Kings County, we've always known he's raced, it seems like, for 9 years straight now. I'm not saying he needs a rest. I have no idea. That'll be up to Stacy and Brett. But I know there was nothing wrong with him after last week's race. He scoped okay. Now, I didn't hear any blood report or anything from him, but they thought it was more the trip. He was out the whole mile. Also, the fact that he had a very sporadic work schedule, and then just the way that was a slow half and a fast back half. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, he has to go out, he's tired. Just relax. White Tiger is out in the field now. Same thing, 3.5 weeks. Same as Resolute Bay. He'll come back in 3.5 weeks. Yes is in to go Tuesday at Dover. I think he's picked to win or picked for second again. So in a good spot with him, hopefully. Patrick DePrana, races were canceled today. It's super frustrating. Per Lucky, we're going to watch tonight race at Northfield Park. His first start back in a little while. Qualified great. Very, very happy. Nice horse. We forget, we give a lot of money for this horse. For a horse that made what, I'm going to guess, $700,000 or whatever he made, a ton of money. But took a lifetime mark as a 7-year-old of 52-3 in Indiana for us. So just a really nice horse. Can't wait to watch him race. Took a dive off Dippers in tonight. Not going to tune into him all that closely. 8-hole in the open. Not the place you want to be, but that's where he's got to go when you win. Sintra raced good last night also. 4th, 51-1, 27 flat in the end of it. Really can't be upset. He's heading to the vet Monday just for a checkup. Just for a little checkup. We'll see what'll go on with him. So those are everything. That's all, everything except your stables, because there is still a lot of horses coming in, going out, and I'm just going to miss somebody. So anything you need to know is in the yearlings, the 2-year-olds, the 3-year-olds, the aged horses. Everything is there for you. Oh, I do want to do a top 10 list. I'm going to do that right now.